Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. How are you? Hope you are well. This is Mohammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. Today, I am here taking an online class. I hope this class will help you the better study at your home. In your previous class, you have already learned about the diffraction of light. You know, light travels in the straight line. Scientist Newton say that the light travels in the straight line, but the Fraunhofer and the scientist Fresnel prove that light does not move forward direction. It may be bent. That's bending of light is called diffraction of light. What is diffraction grating? Diffraction grating is a special device by which diffraction of light takes place. By placing some lines of equal width side by side, we can create a diffraction grating. There are two types of diffraction of grating. One is transmission diffraction of grating, another reflection grating. Today, I am going to discuss diffraction grating. First, let's see how the diffraction grating created. Diffraction grating is made by cutting some lines on the transparent plane of glass plate by a forehead of a diamond placing side by side. In that figure, you can see a diffraction grating. This is the slit. This is the slit and this is the line. In a grating, there are about 10,000 lines are available and width of the lines is 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter. So, this is the slide. From this slide, light can pass and this is the line and light cannot passes through the line. Suppose we consider the width of the line is A. Width of the line is A. Width of the line is B. Here A is width of slit and B is width of line. Now, let's see how the diffraction of light takes place over the grating. Now, I am going to discuss the grating constant of the diffraction grating. Grating constant means the distance from the starting point of a slit to the starting point of the next slit is called grating constant. Suppose this is the starting point of the first slit and this is the starting point of the second slit. So, the distance between the 2 points is called grating constant. The width of the slit is A and the width of the line is B. Width of the line is B. So, the total distance from the starting of a slit to the starting of the second slit or next slit is A plus D. So, the distance between A plus D is called grating constant. In another word, we can say the distance between the two widths of the slits and width of the line is called grating constant. Here we can write A is width of slit and B is the width of line. So, grating constant A equals to width of the slit and B is width of line, and the grading constant is denoted by small letter d. So we can write here d equals to grading constant, and we can write the grading constant as A plus B. That is the distance of the starting point of the first slit and the starting point of the next slit. Now, in the length D of the grating number of line 1. So, in the length unit or in unit length or one length, then the number of line will be 1 by D. The number of line in unit length is called capital letter N. So we can write here N equals to 1 by D. As you know, D is the grading constant and which formula is D equals to A plus B. So we can write here 1 by A plus B. This is the formula of grading constant. So we can write N equals to 1 divided by A plus B. This is the formula of grading constant. Now I am going to discuss the diffraction by the plane transmission grating. In the figure you can see this is the transmission grating. Here A is the width of the slit and B is the width of the line. When light travels through the grating, light can pass through the slits, but light cannot pass through the lines. And when light passes through the slits, it bends away. It bends, and that bending ray emitted from the lens, and after refraction of the lens, that ray meet at the point O prime. O prime will be maxima or minima. When constructive interference takes place here, then we will get maxima here, and when destructive interference takes place here, then we will get minima at point O prime. And most of the light cannot bends, the light move straight and falls on the screen. Here O is the central maxima point, and from O point the intensity of light will be decreased. Now I am going to discuss the diffraction by the plane transmission grating. In the figure you can see a grating. This is the grating and this is the convex lens, and S1, S2 is the screen and another screen. You can see here that is another screen. A is the width of the slit, B is the width of the line. When light falls the grating, from the slit the light passes, but from the line the light cannot pass. When light passes through the slits of the grating, then that ray of light will bend. That bending ray incident in the lens, and after refraction it's meet at point O prime, and we'll get O prime as a maxima or a minima. When constructive interference takes place at point O prime, then we'll get maxima, and when the destructive interference takes place here, then we'll get minima at point here. But you know, most of the light travels in the straight line. When most of the light travels straight line, the light goes in the straight way, and it creates a central maxima point at point O. So we can say O is the central maxima. Now, if we observe the figure clearly, then we can see the path difference for each ray of light is not same. So, to calculate the path difference for each line, we have to draw a perpendicular line, that is A, P. This point is B, this point is C, this point is D, and that point is K, this point is M. So, A, K, M, P is the perpendicular line. Now, you can see here distance of A to L and the distance of P to L prime is equal. So, what is the distance between the distance of that two ray? That is D to P. D to P is the distance or path difference from that two light. Now, if you want to calculate what is the path difference, so we have to consider the angle of diffraction. This is the angle of diffraction, and this also angle of diffraction. Now, in triangle A, C and M, in triangle ACM, we can write sine theta equals to, we can write here sine theta equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Here perpendicular is CM, and hypotenuse is
AC.
Now, if you want to calculate the CM, that is the path difference, then we can write CM equals to AC sine theta. This point A point C, and the distance of A point C is A plus B, because the distance, because if we add the width of the slit and width of the line, then we can calculate the distance of AC. So, instead of AC, we can write here A plus B sine theta. As you know, A plus B is the grating constant, and grating constant is D. That is why we can write here Cm equals to D sine theta. This is the formula to calculate the path difference of diffraction grating. Now, condition number 1. If O prime is maxima, then path difference, that is D sine theta, will be the n multiplication of wavelength lambda. This is the formula to get the maxima. Now, second condition is if O prime is minima, then the path difference will be D sine theta equals to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Here D is the grating constant, theta is the angle of diffraction, n is the number of order, lambda is the wavelength. Here number of order n will be plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, dot 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 dot. Uses of gating. Gating is used in discs to calculate or to determine the wavelength. To determine the wavelength. Let's see how can we determine the wavelength by the grating. We know the formula of grating is D sine theta equals to n lambda. This formula will apply for maxima. Now, if we change the position, then we can write n lambda equals to d sine theta. Now, if you want to calculate the lambda, then we can write lambda equals to d sine theta divided by n. Here, d is the grating constant, so we can write the grating constant in that way. Lambda equals to a plus b sine theta divided by small letter n. Now, if we put the value of d as 1 by n, the formula will be lambda equals to sine theta divided by small n by capital N. Here n is the number of grating constant in unit length. Another uses of grating: to calculate the rate of change of angle of diffraction. So, we can write here to determine the rate of change of diffraction angle. The formula we know for maxima, the formula is d sine theta equals to n lambda. This formula is applicable for maxima. Now, if you want to calculate the rate of change of angle of diffraction, that is theta, then we can write sine theta equals to n lambda divided by d. And now, if we change the position of sine from left side to right side, then we can write theta equal to sine inverse n lambda, and replace of d we can write a plus b. This is the formula to calculate the angle of diffraction. That's all for today. Student, practice today's lesson as your homework, and if you have any question, ask to your subject teacher. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you for being with me.